Today in the Forge in Roblox, I have built an endgame build that pretty much makes me immortal. Like, I can't die. Come here. I'm not kidding. I'm on a dwarf. I'm not even using my angel or my demon. I'm using a dwarf, and I'm able to grind in the final dungeon, the magma world, and kill every mob there. No problem, without dying or using any potions. I'm not kidding. And I'm going to show you how I do it. If that kind of concept sounds interesting to you, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. Become part of the first 300k OGs on the channel. And let's get into the video. First, I'm going to demonstrate to you that I'm able to grind in there endlessly with nothing more than a dwarf. There's no combat bonuses here. Just a dwarf. I could even be a human. And then I'll show you how I did it. Now, the only downside to a dwarf is I have to run, and they're slow. And you're going to notice I'm using gauntlets. It doesn't have to be gauntlets. I was trying to craft a katana, and I failed, and I crafted a gauntlet, so I'm stuck with a gauntlet for now. But the gauntlet is still also perfectly usable. Let's get into this dungeon, and let's get to work. Are you gonna hit the rocks? No? Okay, fine. I'll do it. I'll do all the hard work while I'm mining this ore. I love the combat in this game. I love, especially the angel or the demon, being able to zip around the map. It's a lot of fun. I'm gonna show you how I grind. I'm gonna give you some tips on how to survive against specific mobs, and then we're gonna go from there. Let's get to work, shall we? I'm always gonna put my headphones on so I can hear what's going on in the game. Let's demonstrate to you. I'm simply gonna walk up to this thing and just fight it. I take a little bit of damage, and you're gonna see my HP doesn't move a whole lot. There's a lot going on here. Now, when you're fighting slimes, if you're low on HP, all you have to do is move away from that first stun. You saw that little effect over its head? It's trying to stun you. You can either roll through the stun or just back away from the stun, and that works. Now, let me show you about these axe guys. Axe guys are easy. Roll through the first swing, roll through the second swing, and then you can just punch them down, no problem. So that's pretty easy. The real test are the Reapers. And let me show you, this build is capable of soloing the Reaper. I'm not even gonna dodge him. I'm actually just gonna go toe to toe with this Reaper like this. And as you can see, I'm down to a bit more than half health fighting the Reaper. It's insane. And if I ever get low on health, I can come over here, dodge these axes. Wow, I took both axes. Good job, bro. You're a fantastic gamer. Honestly, the most annoying things are these little skeleton guys. I struggle with them. I don't know what tactic to use to dodge them. Maybe I can roll through the first swing. I still take a second swing. So they're a real pain in the butt to fight. I don't mind fighting the axe guys if you time it properly and you move far enough away. Even as a dwarf, you can dodge their attacks no problem. So what's going on here? How am I surviving so well against all these mobs? I could honestly sit here and grind endlessly for forever and rarely have to actually dodge attacks. Well, there's a couple pieces of armor that help, but it's actually what's going on with the weapon. And this is going to be a little bit surprising to you because maybe you thought about this tactic, maybe you haven't. If you have thought about this tactic, comment down below and let me know. But I am able to make insane amount of money. If you think, come here. If you think that making money in this game is all about making weapons and armor, no. Selling the essences is insane. Come here, and you definitely want to kill the Reapers. They've got some of the best drops in the game, if not the best drops in the game. And I'm going toe to toe with this Reaper. No problem. Not a problem. Not an issue. Let's get out of here. So what's going on? How am I surviving? How am I not running out of HP? How do I not need to use potions? How am I even doing this? Let's get into the gear, shall we? So in the gear, we're going to go and take a look. We're going to start with our armor. As you can see, what's happening is the helmet sucks. There's nothing good about this helmet. It doesn't have any good stats. This is one I'm actually working on replacing next. Let's look at the boots. The boots are pretty critical, and so is the chest plate. The first thing you're going to want to do is you want to use ore to give you HP. I will go over the ore in just a second, how I crafted these boots. Notice that there is increased damage on the boots. Not bad. Increased or decreased HP, but an increase of 54% HP. You heard me. My boots give me 54% more HP. That's a big chunk of health. Same thing with my chest plate. My chest plate has a negative because of the damage bonus. I'll explain that in a second. But also has an additional 45% HP, reducing and removing the negative from the increase in damage. And now I've got thorns on here. I'm not so sure about what runes to use on my chest plate. All I know is that on these berserk runes, there's also an HP boost. So I took the berserk runes. But now we're going to talk about the piece de la résistance. Come here. I'm not kidding. This is literally everything. Take a look at this weapon. It's a demonite weapon. It's pretty strong. I was trying to craft a demonite katana, and I failed, and I made a demonite pair of gloves. And you know what? They're still really amazing. They got a fast attack speed. Look at the runes. Do you notice the runes? Do you notice the runes? What are these runes? They're not flaming runes, even though I have a demon. They're not explosion runes, even though explosion does a ton of extra damage. They are lifesteal runes. And they actually equal almost 20% lifesteal. This is how you grind endlessly without potions. Check this out. The gloves already have a built-in explosion chance. It's awesome. The gloves also already have a built-in burn chance. It's nice. The gloves also have a built-in damage, but the bottom two icons are from the runes. I have 22% increased attack speed because on these lifesteal runes, the secondary effect was attack speed. I think I like attack speed a lot because, again, more swings equals more damage equals more lifesteal, but my lifesteal percent is at 19%. That is how I was able to survive so easily and so long against those mobs in that lava place. And some of those mobs actually helped me recharge my HP. Come here, let me explain. The slimes, for example, if you dodge or roll past that first stun, you can just beat them to death and you actually get more HP back than you've taken in that entire fight. Same thing with the axe guys. Those axe guys, if you want to be maximum effort, you can roll through each swing and then proceed to destroy them, not take any damage, and actually gain your life back. I do that as a tactic so that when I go and fight the Reapers, since they're so hard to dodge their attacks, I just tank it, heal through it, reduce my HP a little bit, and if my HP starts to get a little bit low, I go find some slimes and I recharge my HP back up, or I go find some axe guys and recharge the HP back up, allowing me to endlessly grind in the final zone. Let me show you these runes up close and personal, exactly what's going on here. So when I go to the Demonite Gauntlets, I show you the runes. The first rune, as you can see, is an 11% lifesteal with a 5% attack speed. That's not that great, but the other rune is quite nice with an 8% lifesteal and a 17% attack speed. I would love to get better versions of these. I believe killing the Reapers drops these lifesteal runes. I'm not sure if you can find the lifesteal runes on the axe guys or the little slime guys. I'm not sure, but I know for sure I've seen the Reapers drop these lifesteals. So the lifesteal rune part is really, really good. Easy to understand. Look for lifesteal runes. Even if they don't have a secondary effect, just stacking as much lifesteal as you can make a massive difference. But how do you make your HP pool massive enough to give you a big enough buffer to take down Reapers and stuff? Let me show you how I crafted the gear. This spreadsheet right here gives me the information you need. I'll have a link to it in the description down below. Credit to Niposi, who has a TikTok. Go check it out. So thank you for crafting this spreadsheet. Now, the endgame katana I tried to craft involved the 4 demonite, and it failed me miserably. But let's take a look at the armor sets. Right now, I'm currently crafting late game armor sets. These are what I'm wearing right now. Endgame requires a boatload of darkright. That's the next step once I'm done my late game set. The key is the ore chosen, because the ore you choose to craft your gear matters drastically. And take a look at these ingredients. Mithril you get from veins. That's not hard to acquire. It's a legendary ingredient. If you're mining veins like crazy, you'll acquire mithril no problem. Mithril increases the base defense of your armor. As you can see right here, mithril, move on over, it gives you a 15% extra defense on armor. Now the other 2 ingredients used are iron, and a whole boatload of obsidian, and then 1 piece of uranium, because we discovered the uranium passive does not stack. So you can only have 1 piece of armor using the uranium passive. After that, you use the iron passive for increased damage. This is the iron. You've seen a lot of this as you play the game, and it provides that damage increase and HP decrease, right? It's an HP debuff, but a damage buff on weapons and armor. That's why you also stack HP on top of that to counteract the negative HP from this piece of armor of gear. And then you have obsidian, which is found only with the lava rocks. Literally only the lava rocks has obsidian, and I will literally farm lava rocks endlessly for obsidian, and obsidian increases the defense on armor by 30%. When you combine the lifesteal aspect of those runes with the increase of defense from using those specific materials and those specific ores on top of the HP bonus, you become a tanky, life-stealing thing where you don't even need an angel or a demon to do the grinding. You can do it with a dwarf or any other race. Even a human can do this. Because when you have 54% more HP on this piece of armor, as well as 45% more HP on this armor, and each armor is giving you more damage, and your gauntlets are giving you damage and attack speed and lifesteal, you just become this endlessly grinding thing here in the Forge in Roblox. And hopefully this information was useful to you. Hopefully it was valuable to you. If it was, go ahead and hit subscribe. Become part of the first 300k OGs on the channel. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching.